We most often, myself included, paint regret as the result of this blatant walking away from something. A deliberate declaration, sort of, oh no, I'm not doing that, no way. And sure, sometimes that's the case. Sometimes we're cognizant of our fear and decline to move forward. But I wonder how often our neglect or refusal is softer, more subtle. I wonder how much of our regret comes from simply not stopping and looking around, not letting in alternative points of view that challenge us and force us to level up. How much of our regret comes from simply not understanding how short life is and how quickly time passes us by. And if we don't create some abrupt change in our day-to-day, if we don't manufacture some momentum in our lives, even when it feels least ideal to do so, the ship we needed to be on will sail away without us. So think back to your hardest days, even the ones that took you out, that brought you to your knees, and realize that you survived every single one of them. You have for years been acquiring the armor, piece by piece, to move into something bigger. You've been learning, you've been evolving. But today, what about sitting down with yourself and having the discussion you don't want to have, but need to have? What about asking if it's time to leap where you once stepped, to run where you once walked? What about taking a good look around and asking why you're living in ways that don't serve you? Why you're conceding so much of what matters? Again, the evolution you want and need is there. It's always there. And that's the key takeaway here. It will always exist. But the question is, will your commitment to stop, to think and to reach for it, be there? Years from now, looking back, I think we'll find that our willingness to ask those questions mattered more than we could have ever imagined. Its silence often implies the lack of adversity needed to evolve. Because the reality you want, it doesn't come to you, you must go to it. And that means reapproaching today's normalcy and comfort, seeing those things for what they are, a continuation of the status quo. Nothing changes until you change. So take a look around, examine those pillars holding up your worldview, not once, but over and over again. And if one, many or all of them must be knocked down, then so be it. The point here is that you can build. The point here is that life happens on your terms, whether you realize it or not. That doing nothing is accepting what things are. That's a head nod and a thumbs up to reality as is. So again, ask yourself what you want out of life. And if you are missing that mark, tear down what must be torn down. It might be hard now, it might hurt now, it might be uncomfortable now. But when you are eventually standing upon an existence that aligns with who you are and what you want, you'll see how necessary it all was, how it was there the whole time. And thank God you found it within yourself. So reach out and take it.